How's it going, everyone? It's Alex here with the next instalment of the Hexagon Challenge with Western Sydney Wanderers, and it's episode 9. And it's been about a month since the last update, well, in game anyway. And yeah, we've played quite a few games and made one of the best transfers I've probably ever made on Football Manager. And yeah, let's get straight into the into the transfers. Sorry, and just show you who I've brought in, who's kind of changed the whole game. And yeah, so you may recognize a name here. It's the noble name of Will Grigg. Yeah, that Will Grigg, that one with the song. He's now at Western Sydney Wanderers in Australia at the ripe age of 29, and he's pretty amazing. And he's scoring goals for fun. He's literally just walked out of Wigan in the summer or last summer, and no one wanted him, even though he's fine. I don't know why no one wanted him, even in League One or anything, because he scores goals for fun, especially as you can see in Australia. He's banging him in like it's nothing. So yeah, Will Grigg is in Australia. He's come down under. He's joined me, and another signing, a young left winger called Andrea Concas. I mean, you got to start getting used to how bad I am at pronunciation. But yeah, he's a very good physically. Mentally, he's actually not too bad. Good determination and aggression. I kind of like because we're playing quite a pressing tactic, so it's good to have a bit of aggression. And he's overall very good. Plenty of potential to do a lot better as well. And he hasn't played too much for us at the moment, but he's all right. One for the future for sure. Plenty of players have left on frees just because of the kind of salary cap thing that kind of happens as soon as you remove someone from a registration, like from their registration in the league. It just kind of releases them instantly, which is quite weird, but who knows? It happens. So that leads me on to the tactic we're playing. We've stuck with our classic 4-4-2 that we've played throughout the years in this save, and it's kind of heralded the good results. I mean, it's a kind of Simeone. We've kind of edited it slightly for this league as well. So the tactic grows as we go through, which is good. Kind of growing our own tactical knowledge, and it's going well, as we can see from these results. I mean, I joined here at Brisbane Roar. They'd only won one game all season in the league, and I came in and we've changed that trend completely with a 2-1 win over Brisbane Roar. And then Will Grigg joins for this game against Melbourne City, scores on his debut 27 minutes in. We don't get the win, but it's a good performance against a team that was doing very well at the time. And then we played Wellington Phoenix. It was a very ding-dong game. Will Grigg gets 2. Of course he does. Scores goals for fun. And we draw. Now we win 3-2 against Wellington Phoenix, which is a good result. And then Perth Glory, one of the better teams in the league at that point. Will Grigg scores a bloody hat-trick, and we win 4-1. Amazing results. And then Newcastle United Jets. Of course, Will Grigg gets the winner in the 88th minute. 2-1. We're flying up the league at this point. Well, not really, because we were really far behind at the bottom, but it's all right. Then we go into our Champions League playoff that I was actually going to bring to you last episode, but the video actually corrupted, so yeah, who cares? Yeah, Will Grigg scores a penalty. Of course, he didn't actually play that well that game, but still scores, which is Will Grigg style at the moment. And recently we've had a 3-3 draw against Melbourne Victory, who are a pretty good side, I'm pretty sure. And it's annoying because they scored quite late on, which seems to be quite a trend for us. Like, we're conceding quite a lot of late goals. But yeah, Will Grigg getting another 2. I'm kind of highlighting the fact that Will Grigg's scoring a lot of goals. And then, unfortunately, the last game that I played, we conceded a 93rd minute, goal. That was really frustrating because it's a derby against Sydney FC, and we played terribly, and well, kind of deserved the loss. And yeah, so it's a good start. What's that? 4 wins in the league, 2 draws and a loss, and then a Champions League win as well. So that's not bad at all. I think we can be proud of how we've done so far. Should we have a look at the league table? Get an idea of how we're doing. So we were actually a long way down the bottom, and I can't remember. We just weren't doing very well. I think we had about 8 points. So we've picked up a good 14 points since then. I think my maths is right. God. Yeah. So we've done very well, and hopefully, I think there's 7 games left. Goodness me, my knowledge of this league is not very good. So yeah, 7 games left. Hopefully, we can get into that top 6 and get into the next phase. Let's have a little read of that actually, which is qualification. The top 6 teams go into a final series, which is like a whole separate competition. So hopefully we can get into that, and by winning plenty more games, and I think we can do it. We're only 6 points adrift, 7 games, plenty of time to pick our season up, and I think we can actually probably get 4th this year, is my guess. And yeah, so that leads me to the Champions League, where we've had our group drawn. It's not the easiest group, I don't think. I mean, the pundits don't seem to think, well, the bookies don't seem to think we've got the best group. So we got Yokohama F. Marinos. Who knows? They're a Japanese team, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I don't have the Japanese leagues loaded, so it won't come up with their name anyway. But should we look at our actual group on its own? That would make a lot more sense and make it a lot more easy. So yeah, here we go. So and then we got Pohang as well, who are a good Korean side, who we were interested in joining. We had an interview there and everything, but it wasn't to be. And then we also got Kwanjan, who we are playing today. However, I won't bring you the game because my laptop literally cannot hack like any kind of high CPU usage. So yes, that's the game I'm going to play, and then show you the result once I've played it in this episode. So let me skip to that now. Right then, so we won the game 3-2. It was a very tense game, actually. Really tight affair. We had so many chances in the game, but we just couldn't seem to take them. And they got basically 2 breakaways and scored. However, we were 1-0 up through Mitch Nichols. And then 2-0 up as Will Grigg scored again. You know, the man, the myth, the legend that is Will Grigg. He's actually played a blinder today, to be fair. A goal and 2 assists. And then they started getting back into it. Gustavo Scarpa scored a free kick that just seemingly went through my goalkeeper's hands, which is really, really frustrating. But then Scott Neville seemingly made the game safe with a goal tucked into the bottom corner. But then in the last couple of minutes, Scarpa scored again and made the game very tense. However, we pulled through, and yeah, we've won our first game in the Champions League, which is satisfying. I don't know if we were actually favourites to win the game. I might have a quick look. Let's have a look at this one. Oh no, they were favourites, so we've done really well to win that. So yeah, unfortunately, this is not good news. Mitch Nichols, our shadow striker, has got a hip injury, which could mean he's between 2 to 9 months, which is kind of crazy. But I might send him to the specialist because I don't really want to lose him for that long. I think he's probably still going to be out for the rest of the season, which is frustrating, but I guess that happens. We have got backup, so that's really frustrating. However, it's a first win in the Champions League and a positive start to our career at Western Sydney Wanderers, and I hope you've enjoyed that. I think our next update will probably be the game just before this game, because we would have finished the season then, and we would be into kind of maybe I think we're probably into the well, it depends if we get there to the closing stage or whatever they call it, the final stage of the A-League, and also it'll be the last game of this season. No, of this group stage in the Champions League. So join me then, and I hope you've enjoyed this.